Tonight, I am main eventing against all odds against the TNA World Champion Moose. And this is a cool deal. It's a big deal. I came back to TNA to prove a point, to prove that I can still kick ass, that I can still entertain with the best of them, and that is what I'm here to prove tonight.
I've been here for a long time, and I've never gotten a chance to lock horns one-on-one with Matt. He's definitely a guy I looked up to, especially in my football days. That's a big plus for me, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's a big show, man, and it's sold out tonight. You can feel it in the back. You know, when you're walking around, you can feel the excitement level. You can feel that people want to go out there and bust their ass and have a killer match. That's what TNA is, and that's what brings us all together. We have that same love, so we're all ready to go out there and kill it tonight.
I'm a professional wrestler, and one of the huge responsibility I carry is being the TNA World Champion, and I know the job that is needed to be done to hold that crown. I mean, I wake up every day, and that's one thing I think about, to do TNA right and to do this company right.
Being the world champion in wrestling is a huge responsibility, is what it is. And along with that responsibility comes a lot of pressure and things that you gotta sacrifice to keep that spot and to stay on top and show everyone why you deserve to have that spot in the first place.
A lot of people don't understand that when you get that title, things change. Your schedule changes. You're doing a lot more media. You're doing appearances.
Obviously, there is a responsibility behind being the world champion of any promotion. I've been the TNA world champion twice in the past, and it's a position that I cherish because it says people trust you enough to give you their main title, which is kind of giving you the keys to the car of the company in many, many ways. So they trust you to lead it in the right direction. They trust you to be disciplined. They trust you to work hard. They trust you to produce.
All your work isn't done in the ring. Most of it is done outside the ring. Being a leader in the locker room, that's all part of being a champion. You have that title, you have the company on your shoulders, and I think it's a good thing to feel that pressure, to feel your responsibility that you have to the locker room, to this company, and that's when you have that title, man, that's what it's about.
To be in my position, there's a lot that goes on in the daily that people don't realize. It's just not hopping on a flight, flying to a different city and wrestling. It's more work done during the week to get you in the position to do what you love doing on the weekends. Well, I've been in this position thousands of times. I'm prepared for it. There's nothing that you could put in front of me that I haven't seen multiple times. So it's just I'm calm and expected to do the same thing I've done thousands and thousands of times.
So I've known Moose for maybe 8 years. I learned over time that the drive and the desire that he has to be the very best is unmatched.
Moose's work ethic is second to none. I mean, he's proved that on the gridiron, right? With a very successful NFL career.
When you think about what that takes to become a pro football player in the NFL, I don't think many people can comprehend that.
Honestly, if you talk to him, it came easy to him, which is hard for him to understand when he's telling the guys about that. And we're like, dude, that's what you accomplished is pretty nuts. He's all, oh no, it wasn't that hard. I'm like, no, dude, it's very difficult. If it was that easy, we'd all be doing it.
He doesn't understand how gifted and talented he is. He is a freak of an athlete.
It is a next level work ethic thing that I've seen him apply as we become really good friends and very close. He's up and at the gym and very regimented with his diet and the things that are just super difficult to stay with. He does it. He makes the sacrifices that he's got to make to be where he's at.
Through all the years that I've known Moose, at this point, I believe in him taking this company, TNA, to the next level.
I'm a big believer of chasing the dream, and as a 10-year-old, I told myself I was going to be a professional wrestler, and even though I got a chance to play in the National Football League for 7 to 8 years, at some point of that journey, I decided that what was more important to me was to chase that dream that I had as a kid, and that's what I'm doing now. So that's the big picture for me, is I'm living a dream. You hear people say that all the time, but I'm literally getting to live something I dreamt about doing when I was 10 years old.
My biggest motivation for coming back to TNA Total Nonstop Action was this is where Broken Matt Hardy was born. TNA, they took a risk on me and it paid off. It grew into something very special with the broken brilliance of Matt Hardy. And I trust this place to create the broken universe and let me forge a broken Matt Hardy story more than any other place there is out there. So that's what worked for me. Coming back here, this was I've said this before, like TNA isn't broken Matt Hardy's DNA. And that truly is true. Without Total Nonstop Action, without TNA and Impact, there would be no broken Matt Hardy. This is where it was created. I was given the reins to be able to create something new, create something different, to think outside the box, and I love doing that. If you go to work and you're not happy with what you're doing, then it really doesn't make it worth your while. It doesn't make you worth your time. And there has been time in the last year where, as much as I love pro wrestling and I'm a passionate pro wrestling, if I'm not doing something that I feel fulfilled about, for me, I'm at that point where wins and losses aren't that big of a deal. What's a big deal to me is just being treated in the correct way. And do I want to win the TNA World title? Yes. Do I have to? Not necessarily, because at the end of the day, if I go out there and I burn the house down with Moose and we leave everybody talking, then I have done my job. I feel like I'm probably a little more nervous just because my wife is involved. I've got family involved tonight. We're just coming off a real fun deal in the system, visited the Hardy compound, and my wife was involved in that chaos and madness. And she's involved in this tonight. And I want her to have a good time and enjoy what she's doing. And also nail everything tonight, nail everything she does. And I know she will.
Against all odds is a big deal because I get to wrestle somebody that I have a ton of respect for, and Matt, somebody I looked up to in my football days when I was a huge wrestling fan. It's in the city of Chicago, where Chicago, in my opinion, have the best fans in pro wrestling. It's for this prestigious TNA World title match. It's a broken rules match, which is a first time ever type of match in TNA. And so there's so many reasons I could give you why Against All Odds is going to be a great night, and so I'm looking forward to it.
One thing that feels very good, we are sold out tonight. There's not one single solitary ticket left. It is sold out for the main event of Matt Hardy versus Moose for the TNA World title. I'm very proud of that. I take a lot of pride in that. And I love TNA. TNA is where I found a career renaissance with Broken Matt Hardy. And I'm doing Broken Matt right now, and you're going to see regular Matt Hardy as well, because now the characters have truly merged. They are one and the same. But yes, there is pressure. I want to go out here and deliver. It's going to be hard because we're at the end of the card. We're the last match, and there is a extremely talented group of individuals on this roster. It is unreal how talented this roster is. So to follow all that's going to be tough. But myself and Moose, we're going to pull out everything. We're going to go nuts out there, and I am confident we can top everything. I am confident that we can end the show on the highest note possible.
It's important in so many aspects because Matt is who he is, and he's such a big star, and him being in the ring with Moose elevates Moose to that much higher. Him being back in TNA elevates TNA that much higher. That many more eyeballs on the product, which is ultimately what's important these days. So yeah, anytime you can be in a situation like that, it's a win-win.
This actually checks off the actual, factual, literal goal that I wrote down in my book to accomplish, and that's being TNA World Champion. Not Impact World Champion, but TNA World Champion.
It's about time for a pair of new boots also. We're a little under 2 hours out right now, so it's that time. It's that time of the night. It means it's getting a little closer. It's getting a little more real. Actually, I feel my blood pumping a little bit as I put my boots on when I'm kind of getting geared for combat. It's broken rules, which means anything goes. All of the rules are broken. So anything goes. So it is going to be bomb after bomb after bomb. So if you like a match that's going to go 15, 20, 25 minutes with a load of bombs, this match is for you.
I wish I could sit here and tell you that I have like an organized and a set schedule that I do before showtimes, but I really don't. I just walk around, and most of the time you're gonna be following me all day today. You're gonna see me just standing around, talking, laughing, joking with people until it's time to walk out that curtain. I flip the switch and I'm fucking serious. And sorry for my words, I'm just serious as a heart attack. And that's just me. I wish I could do it any other way, but I've been doing this now for 11 years, and this is just the way I act. Is what I don't think I could do it any other way.
Even being around ringside, kind of scouting out what I want to do and what I'm thinking about, and kind of a game planning things. It starts coming along, and then once I know the match before us is in, that's when I'm like, okay, it's go time. Got to get ready. There's no turning back now. It's time to go out there and bust your ass. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful, but you suck it up and be a man about it, and you go. That's what we do. It's time. About 10 minutes out, it's just like I'm focused. I'm game planning. I'm mentally getting prepared, emotionally getting prepared, and I'm getting ready to go to combat. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to go out there and be, when that red light comes on and you walk through that curtain, you become a living, breathing superhero. And that is what I'm ready to do. Probably 10, 15 minutes out, it's tough to talk to me.
I get excited for every match. I wish I could tell you that I get more excited for this, or that I love pro wrestling. So every match I have the same excitement. Tonight it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very entertaining. It's gonna be hardcore. It's gonna be a little bit of comedy in there. You're gonna get every kind of emotion and feeling out of this match, and that's my goal for the night.
Me personally, when I know I'm entering a match like that, I psych myself up just to be strong all the way through it. I have already accepted I'm going to be very sore in the morning. I have already accepted I'm going to be taking ice baths. I'm going to be taking hot baths. I'm going to be doing everything I can to try and nurse myself back to health, because I know I'm going to beat myself up. And it is what it is. And part of that comes with the amount of time I've been doing this. I'm 32 years into this. My body has... my body's taken a lot of abuse over the years. I've taken a lot of bumps off my bump card. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to bust my ass and I'm going to work hard and I'm going to give the people the best damn show they can possibly have. And I am going to be beat up in the morning, but that is my job, because I am one half of the main event and I am competing for a very prestigious prize, the TNA World Title. Like, I know when I step into a match like this, like, I have to deliver. And it's not because, like, I physically want to beat myself up. I'm not a masochist. But I am the most passionate pro wrestler you will ever meet. Like, I love this, and I want to do it as long as I can, because it was my dream as a child, and I've been gifted. It's been a blessing to be able to do it for 32 years.
Turn it on right before I walk out. That's how soon I turn it on. I've been doing this for so long, man. It's like I don't want to keep thinking about it, and like that's what causes nervousness. So I don't even think about what I'm doing out there until right before I step out that curtain. That's when I turn the moose on. I think it's worked out great for me. I wouldn't be in the position I am if I did it any other way, I believe, and I'm happy I do it this way, and yeah.
A successful night at the office, so to say, is to be able to go out there and entertain the shit out of the crowd. And when the match is all said and done, they go, "That was one hell of a match. Oh my God, that was one hell of a match. Matt Hardy was out there killing it, 49 years old." And then for them to be talking about it later. And then for the internet and for people to be buzzing and talking about it, and talking about the events that happened during the course of the match. that is a goal I think we will accomplish tonight. And I've got some help. I got some family here, so it's gonna be a very interesting night.
You know that in a situation like this, they're both going in with the same mentality. They want to go out there and they want to kill it. They want to give people a match that they're going to remember, that they're going to talk about. A broken rules match, so you know, tables, ladders, chairs, oh my, you know what I mean? Who knows what they're going to do?
To me, the sign of a great performer is somebody gonna have a good match with anybody, whether you're doing deep technical wrestling or you're doing a brawl, and it's you got to be able to do A to Z.
When you know there's two creative minds like that going out there, you know they're going to create something special.
Two ladders are better than one.
Coming in and you're having a broken rules match, then that's what you got to do. You got to step your game up and bust out the tables, bust out the chairs, bust out the ladders, and hang with the best.
Whenever the Broken Universe stuff happens, when there's a broken match, it's a very polarizing thing. The people who love it, they love it with everything they are. The people who hate it with every fiber of their being. It's very polarizing. And the fact that I can still do this, yes, I want to go out and I want to do it on the highest level possible. And I want to cement my legacy as one of the all-time greats. And with myself and my brother, we want to end up cementing our legacy as the all-time greats when it's all said and done. I want to work hard and cement my legacy as not only one of the greatest wrestlers, but the most passionate wrestler that has ever been involved in pro wrestling. That's what's important to me.
I think Moose is clicking on all cylinders right now. I think he's the best he's ever been. He was already a super athlete to begin with, right? So the sky's really the limit.
That's how you fucking layer in, fucking run it. Great fucking match. By the way, Fire Marshal came. We could not fit any more people in this building. You're on the main event. Thank you for the house. And you delivered one hell of a fucking main event. Thank you. Great fucking job.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Definitely fulfilled. Remember that high I told you chase? I definitely caught it tonight. And that's always a good feeling. And I'm happy I did it with nobody but Matt fucking Hardy. Yeah. Hey, and Jeff, welcome home, Jeff.
I feel good. Physically, I feel pretty well. Happy how everything went. It's funny, I got a little laceration. It was when I did the leg drop through the table, and they thought Moose would be hurt, but then the table flipped and cut me and opened me up a little bit, but I'm all good. And my body feels pretty good. Ask me in the morning, I'll probably be sore. I will be doing an ice bath tonight, I can guarantee you that. We made a moment, and to me, I think Moose has been a great TNA champion, and I was very happy to go out there and do about 25 minutes with him, have a killer match, and really make the title feel important and special. And for me, it helps someone like me to just go out there and hang with someone who's had such a great championship run, a great championship reign. And you know, I went out and I showed people. I jumped off a 12-foot ladder and put them through a table. Did all kinds of fun things. So it was a fun match, and at the end of the day, the crowd went nuts when my brother hit the ring. And we did make a moment where everybody here, they'll go, I was there when Matt Hardy put Moose through that table, jumped off a ladder. Oh my God, it was like one of my childhood memories of the TLC matches or whatever it may be. So that's very important to me. And then my brother comes out and we're reunited once again. And the Hardys are back in TNA, and we're here to kick ass and get the reign we deserve to cement our careers.
Body feels fine, but it usually, tomorrow morning is when I really feel it. But right now, I feel fine. Unfortunately, the morning is when I feel like shit. My lip feels like shit. I bit my lip at some point. I'm very happy. Like I said, Matt was somebody I really enjoyed watching when I was in the NFL. Making my trips to all the WWE shows. So it's definitely a pleasure again to have a one-on-one singles match with him. Something I always look forward to doing. It took 11 years to get it, so it's a win. And what else do I want? Just to keep chasing that same high, man, with different people. Hopefully more legends that I got an opportunity to watch when I was younger.
You watched me and Eddie when you were growing up.
Yeah. I actually was a big fan of Kurt Hawkins, and so it's definitely a pleasure that he's one of my best friends, and we have this great group called The System together. Definitely a success, and I'm gonna cherish this moment for a very long time. Yeah.